Babalik ang Pambansang Almusal. As the world continuously progresses, it brings about issues that are needed to be given attention to. Whether these issues are social or environmental, they all need to be addressed and be given solution for the well-being of all people. Ang ating bisita po ngayong umaga ay galing sa Makesense. Ito ay isang advocacy na natulong sa mga taong resolba ang mga social and environmental issues na ating hinaharap. And to know more about this, we have Ms. Lea Klein of Makesense organization. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you explain to our audience what Makesense is and what your advocacies are?
Sure. So Makesense is an international organization that was funded 7 years ago. And really our mission with Makesense is to enable all the players of the society to take actions on causes that are important to them. So it can be you as citizens, you also like in your companies as an employee or even in institutions. So we have 3 different programs. So we have programs for citizens where we train them to entrepreneurship, and also we help them build like local network of volunteers who are going to organize events on that advocacy that are important to them, but also can help local social entrepreneurs. And we have also program for social entrepreneurs to help them develop their project on the long term. So of course all our programs are free, and in 7 years we're able to mobilize more than 40,000 people to develop more than 2,000 social and environmental solutions.
The 7 years you're talking about, you started this where? Here in the Philippines?
So no, Makesense was started in France at first,
okay.
But now we have like volunteers in more than 100 cities, and in the Philippines it's been 4 years that we are here, and we have more than 2,000 volunteers in 6 cities here in the Philippines.
All right. What inspired you to start or be part of this advocacy?
So I joined Makesense 5 years ago. And what was really interesting with Makesense is that was really promoting a new form of volunteerism. It was very different from what you used to see, basically because it's based on your personal experience, your professional skills, and it's really a collective effort. So you can join whenever you want. You can just join our events to learn more on topics that are interesting for you, or it can be also, you can be trained to organize your own events. And that's really what interested me the most. And if you look at the Philippines, you have like an amazing youth that is very motivated to change the world, but it's not always easy to know where to start, how to do. And so Makesense can really guide you to the project that is really that's a project that can interest you the most, that you can help. And then Makesense will provide you like training, so you can always learn new skills that will help you in your professional life at the same time while helping local social entrepreneurs.
You mentioned you've been, Makesense has been here about 4 years, you said?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you yourself, you've been here?
So me, in total, 2 years, I would say. 2
years. Now, can you give us examples of issues which your organization has addressed?
Sure. So last year we did this big campaign here in the Philippines on social enterprises for health. Basically, we realized that there are so many health issues with our community of volunteers, and so what we decided to do is to launch a big campaign in 4 cities. So we organized events to promote like social enterprises that were addressing like health issues, local health issues, and at the same time we're organizing workshops to help like the local youth start their own projects. And now we are offering like a 6-month customized support to 4 social health enterprises, so they can really like develop their project on the long run while being connected with an ecosystem from like going from companies to universities, NGOs, so they can really scale really on the long run.
Among the health issues, what is the highest incidence here of health issues that you're tackling?
I think it's very broad, but like for instance on the project we support right now, we have a project that is really on how can you support more like people in rural areas better follow up their treatments, how they can access doctors. We are also supporting projects that are working on the lack of hygiene, so it can like go on very different topic. And what is interesting with social enterprises is like they have like a very agile models that enable them to really connect with more actors and can adapt very easily to the local problems.
All right. One of your the events that you're organizing is about sustainable tourism. Can you share your thoughts about that?
Sure. So so we started this campaign last year. It was actually Naomi, one of our Manila community leader, who was very passionate about sustainable tourism. And when she saw the closing of Boracay, yeah, she said, "Okay, we need to show to people like there are different ways of traveling." So we decided to launch this campaign first in Manila. So we organized events in Manila. We also did like a social media campaign to promote certain projects. And with the success of this campaign, we said, okay, now we need to scale it on a national scale. So what we decided to do is to launch this Sense Camp event, so happening on October 20 and 21.
October 20 and 21?
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be in Mount Puro, in Antipolo. And it's a 2-day event, so we can gather people from all over the Philippines, so they can learn more about sustainable projects here linked to sustainable tourism, of course. And we can decide all together how we can help more this project and like also engage more people in new way of traveling. So that's one part we are doing now, but we're also, for instance, developing a project on the Taal Lake, for instance, with Primer Group, to support the creation of more sustainable tourism enterprises over there.
So 2 areas. You're going to. I mean, the event is for sustainable tourism in general, and then in particular Lake Taal, you were saying?
So there is, yeah, exactly. There is an event happening on October 20 and 21 to engage people with these projects. And at the same time, we are launching a specific project with Primer Group, so we can also support the local communities work also on this topic. All
right. Thank you very much. Please promote your organization and your event.
Sure. So Makesense, you can find out more about Makesense on philippine.makesense.org. You will find out also about our sustainable tourism events. So anyone can join Makesense. We'll be happy to welcome you and help you organize your own events and activities. And of course, we're also looking always for new partners to help us develop all these activities all over the Philippines. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Meantime, coffee break muna tayo. Ang Gym 7-in-1 Coffee